My name is Jackie Hunsucker, and I'm president of Friends of Marland's Grand Home. We visited Oklahoma City and saw the time capsule there, which was buried in 1913 and opened in 2013. We were so impressed with the things that we learned that we decided to bury a time capsule as a fundraiser for our Friends organization in 2017 to tell you all what Ponca City was like in 2017. We hope it'll be opened in 2067, and this is a committee meeting that you're observing, and we're going to tell you a little more about the time capsule. Mark Doyle is going to tell us about the Marland family.
I'd like to say a little bit about the Ernest Whitworth Marland. He was the owner of the Grand Home, which was built from 1914 to 1916. But more importantly, Marland came here to Ponca City and he established Marland Oil Company. At one time, he controlled over 10% of the world's oil reserves, and he founded the refinery that's here in Ponca City today. And he's the one that really made Ponca City the cultural icon that it is. Athens of the Southwest was what it was called at one time. He came here with his wife, Mary Virginia Collins, and they had two adopted children, George Roberts Marland and Lydia Roberts Marland. And eventually they did build the what we call the Palace on the Prairie here in Ponca City, the magnificent mansion that's located northeast of here in Ponca City. But the main thing about Marland and his Grand Home, which was built from 1914 to 1916, was the fact that Marland chose Ponca City. He didn't take the money back east to another location, but invested in the people here in Ponca City and the city itself.
And next we're going to hear from Donna Truitt about Friends of the Marland's Grand Home.
I was on the original group of people who founded the Friends of Marland's Grand Home in 1997. Our organization was founded to help support the home, and since our founding, we have raised over $300,000 to remodel, redecorate, and refurbish the home. Marland's Grand Home was built in 1916 and has 22 rooms. It also contained the first indoor swimming pool in the state of Oklahoma and had 8 acres of gardens to the east of the home, and faced the golf course that Marland, the 9-hole golf course that Marland created across the street to the north of the Grand Home.
Next is Joe Glazer, and he's going to tell you a little bit about our sponsors.
My name is Joe Glazer, and when this committee decided to do this time capsule, we advertised for contributors to assemble things to put in this time capsule. We wound up with 30 contributors. We also looked for sponsors to help pay for this. We wound up with 20 sponsors that contributed either money, time, materials, and whatever. Most of which was Trout Funeral Home, who supplied the capsule that this stuff is buried in.
Next, we're going to hear from Terry Wagoner, who helped with the actual burial of the time capsule.
Hi, I'm Terry Wagoner, retired out of engineering department at Conoco. Was brought in earlier this year, about March or so, to help with the design and procurement, get it put in the ground. After a numerous options, we finally decided on a burial vault from Mark Riley at Trout Funeral Home, which has kindly provided the vault with a lot of labor to put it in. I finally decided where we're going to put it and all that, so spent most of my time just trying to get all the details figured out and how to get it there.
Next, you'll hear from Verona Mayer about the committee.
Hi, I'm Verona Mayer. I'm actually the owner of the gift shop, and we meet here for a lot of our committee meetings. And I want to say how phenomenal that I feel that I have been asked to join this committee We have some exceptional people on this committee that have devoted a lot of time and their talents in putting this together for all of you future viewers of our capsule. I appreciate being here, and I hope you appreciate the things you find in the capsule.
Next, we'll hear from Ken Campbell about the history of time capsules.
Hi, this is Kenneth Campbell. I first got interested in the Marland Grand Home time capsule when I heard about it. And since I had helped it with the time capsule for the Dodge City High School time capsule back in 2001, I thought it would be something I would be interested in trying out. I'd like to read you a short article I wrote for the newspaper, kind of about the history of time capsules. Let's take a short trip to the future, 2067, 50 years from now. A small crowd has gathered on the south lawn of the recently refurbished Marland Grand Home. People who were children or teenagers in 2017 are now nearing retirement. They have come from all points of the globe, and a few places even farther away. They are here to witness the recovery of a time capsule, hoping to see if the messages and artifacts left by their parents and grandparents are still there, and hoping they have survived the years underground. Will they be disappointed, or will they get something they will treasure and pass on to their children? Time will tell. And only if years ago their relatives thought enough of the future to leave something behind. Some things you might wish to deposit are family histories, stories, favorite photos, video messages, predictions, and artifacts which might have meaning 50 years from now. Printed material will be copied and saved on archival paper. Digital information will be transferred to archival DVDs, such as the M-Disc, which has a 1,000-year lifespan, or saved on flash drives. Formats may change, but someone somewhere will have a device which can still read the old formats, even if they're only in museums. You know, there are various types of time capsules. Some natural ones are things buried under the sands of time, such as the cuneiform tablets, uncovered in what was a library in ancient Mesopotamia. From that discovery, we get the earliest surviving great work of literature, the Epic of Gilgamesh. It's about 4,000 years old. The Dead Sea Scrolls, found in caves in the Judean desert, record early versions of the Hebrew scriptures. Other time capsules are those put away on purpose, in cornerstones of buildings, or as recently discovered, in the base of statues being moved for one reason or another. The 1939 World's Fair in New York had a time capsule to be opened in 5,000 years. Concerned that its very existence and location would be forgotten, Westinghouse published 3,000 copies of the Book of Record of the Time Capsule of Kupoloi, with instructions on locating the burial spot, and sent them to libraries all over the world. We can hope libraries and printed books will still exist in that distant time. You can also read the book today online with a little researching. Hollywood has its time capsule in a salt mine 650 feet below the Kansas Prairie near Hutchinson. Master negatives of irreplaceable movies are stored there until needed. The Wizard of Oz really does reside in Kansas. Part of the salt mine, the Stratica Museum, is the only salt mine museum in the Western Hemisphere and is open for touring. The next time it's 100 degrees in the shade, take a trip below and cool off. The longest-lived time capsule may survive longer than our current civilization. The Voyager golden records were placed on spacecraft launched in 1977 by NASA. They are still traveling in space and may get close to another civilization near the star Gliese 445 in 40,000 years. The discs were encoded with sounds, music, and pictures of Earth, hoping to give some distant intelligent alien a hint of what life was like on Earth so long ago. To celebrate the 40th anniversary of the launching of the Voyager golden records, Osmo Records has a reproduction of it available. You can have your own copy of this time capsule and not have to wait 40,000 years. But here in Ponca City, time is running out. You can get your envelope in 3 places: the Emporium Gift Shop, the Cherokee Strip Company, and Marland's Grand Home. And there's a little bit more, but I won't get into that. Oh, by the way, I received just yesterday via Federal Express a package. Enclosed in the package were several items. LP record albums containing the sounds that were sent off into space with the Voyager. There's a turntable for your record player, if you still have one. A facsimile of the cover. And a book or two about the time capsule. I'm thinking this is going to be a neat Christmas present for me. Okay, that's all. If you'll stay on this recording in a few minutes, you will see the rest of our time capsule meeting. I left the camera running, and you'll see a typical meeting of the time capsule committee.